It's so good to be back. I've been having a very fun and interesting life. I was fortunate to be a bridesmaid recently for our dear friend. She got married, and that's really wonderful. Just to experience the love, the union between two wonderful people deciding to take that plunge towards happily ever after. It's such a beautiful, fun thing to experience. And if you follow me on social media, on either Instagram or Facebook, then you'll see like some of my updates, my videos, dancing, my pictures and everything. It was really, really fantastic last weekend. It was really, really fun. So it's been good. My life, I've been having a very fun and interesting life. And summer, yeah, winter is about to start rolling in very soon, so it's good that I'm enjoying my summer slash fall, because I really can't call it summer anymore. I think we're in fall already, right? I'm not even sure about that. But anyways, I hope everybody has been doing fantastic. With no further ado, let me get to the topic for today, and it is do not compromise. It's as simple as that. So I'm in a place in my life personally where I'm realizing basically it's time to start setting some high standards if you don't have them already. It is time to start setting them, because you get to a age that for both guys and gals, I'm talking to single people right now, like people start coming around you. Females start coming around you if you're male, and if you're female, males start coming around you. People that are interested in you potentially for marriage or lifelong partnership. You have to set some standards, because if you don't have a set of standards, everything goes. And for some of us very beautiful or handsome people, that a lot of people do come to us, it's very difficult to make a decision if you don't have a set of standards. It is very difficult. And I'm not referring to superficial stuff like height. That's a big one. Height, how tall is he, how good looking or handsome or beautiful or whatever. I'm not referring to that or superficial stuff, or I'm not even referring to financial standards. Of course it is good for a girl or a guy, a lady or a man, or however you choose to put it, a woman, to be financially stable. It is very, very important. I think it is. But some of our standards are superficial. Some of our requirements on the list, like the list, some of them are superficial. So I'm not referring to those superficial stuff. I'm referring to the more important like stuff. Like, do your values align? Do your visions align? Do you see things the same way, or do you see things differently? Do your religion align? Because sometimes it's not even about he's a Christian, I'm a Christian, so let's get together and let's make it work. Because you could both be Christians, but you see things two entirely different ways. And I have seen this before, because sometimes some doctrines teach something differently from others. Like, for example, some doctrines teach that women should not put on jewelries, and this is what they believe according to whatever they believe they're reading in the Bible. And some people are like, hey, it's fine, there is nothing wrong with it, and they're both Christians. So these little things that you may overlook, they matter. It is very, very important. So set some standards that this is what I want in a man, this is what I want in a woman, and I will not compromise. And I know sometimes when we're getting to a certain age, we get like desperate, both men and women, but women more especially. We get desperate and we just want to go with anything or anyone. It is a very crucial decision, the decision for a lifelong partner. It is something to be made very carefully. I've said this so many times, very prayerfully. Do your investigation, do your background checks, ask a lot of questions, do your genealogy, whatever. Get to know this person, because it is a lifelong commitment. I was listening to this very funny guy on Instagram, and he was saying, hey, sleep with whoever you want to sleep with when you're young. If it makes you happy, go ahead, knock yourself out, but be careful who you get pregnant with. Now, I do not support like sleeping around or anything like that, but I'm just using that as an example. Be careful who you get pregnant with, because it's referring to the fact that some people get together, they're not supposed to be together, and you end up giving birth to some kind of children that are maybe unhealthy or mentally unstable, because some people have some kind of history of mental illness or something like that, and you need to know all these things. It is very, very important to be prayerful. It is very, very important to do your investigation. These things are very, very crucial. Don't be overtaken by love. Don't be too blinded by love. I love this person. Love does not solve every problem, y'all. Love does not solve every problem. I wish it does. I wish that you're so in love with somebody, all those chemicals and hormones are raging, and then you get together and everything just works out fine. No, there are a lot of things. It's love and then a ton of other things that makes a marriage work, and that's the problem. We get into it and then we realize this. We get into marriage based on feelings, based on I love this person, and then we get into it and then we realize it takes much more than just loving somebody. It takes much more than the feelings to make it work. So this is very, very important. Set some standards and do not compromise on your standards, no matter what, no matter the pressure. You have to trust God that you're gonna get the person that you want, the person that you deserve. Mark my words, the person that you deserve. Because sometimes we have expectations and they are so high, and we are not up to par with what we are asking God for. Like we're asking for let's say we're asking for somebody that makes 6 figures, and you're not making 6 figures yourself, or you're asking God for, let's say, a born again Christian, a spiritual, very, very highly spiritual person, and you're not at that level yourself. You gotta be realistic. So we attract what we are. We attract who we are. So if you want somebody that is like very high there, excellent, then you should also cultivate yourself to be at that level of excellence, so you can attract the kind of person you are asking God for. It is very, very important. Like, set some standards and do not compromise on your standards, but be realistic with your standards. Do not be superficial. I know we all have a list, like we have this mental list or physical list for some people of what we want in a man or what we want in a woman, and it is wonderful. But don't be superficial, don't be vain, but at the same time be realistic with your standards. But at the same time, make sure you are everything you're also asking for in another person. Don't set unrealistic beauty standards, like she has to be all of these or he has to be all of this, when you yourself, you're not that. So I think it is very, very important. But I think the takeaway should be cultivate yourself as individuals. Make yourself in that position that when somebody worthy comes, they'll be like, yes, this is the person that I want for my life. So be all of that, and I pray God will help you in your decision making, and I pray you'll find the right person for you to go through your life's journey with you. So thank you for watching. This is my vlog for this week. Somebody asked me a question. This one is very, very interesting, an interesting question. He said, why is it that, as a guy, he said, why is it that women from the US do not like to get together with guys from African countries, Nigeria for example, or Ghana, or wherever? And I said it's because some of them have been through a lot of experiences with guys. International relationship is not really my thing personally. Long distance relationship Tentatively, not really either. But some of them is because of the bad experiences that they have seen other people have, and the bad experiences they have had themselves with international with people living abroad. Like guys would say, "Hey, we love you, we want to marry you, and everything," and they end up getting together. And this happened for the males too. This happened for men too. And then you end up bringing your spouse from these African countries only to come to America, and they disappoint you because all they wanted from the very get-go is just to get green card. They just want to come to America. It's not because they're genuinely interested in you. So for guys living abroad, for guys living in African countries, Nigeria or wherever, the reason why women, or for girls living abroad as well, the reason why men in America do not want to get together with you is because they've seen a lot of bad experiences whereby people bring their spouses from Nigeria and the spouses get here and starts misbehaving or end up leaving them because all they ever wanted to begin with is to get green cards and come to America. So that is the reason why it doesn't work. I've seen a lot of marriages like that doesn't work. And I know some people, I've seen a lot of people really do go to Nigeria to bring their spouse because men, now I'm referring to American men, because they believe American women are rude, they are not homely or whatever, they are arrogant, they are this, they are that, and they go to Nigeria to bring their wives. And the problem is Nigerian women come here and they're not used to this system. They have like unrealistic expectations of America based on what they have heard, what they have seen on TV or whatever, and they come to America and they realize it's not really all gold on the ground. It's not heaven. America is not heaven. You gotta struggle too. And they have like this wonderful expectations, and they come here and they realize some of them are actually better off in Nigeria than they are in America. And then you start seeing all sort of issues coming up in the relationship, because what people back home don't understand is that we work hard for our money here as well. You gotta work hard. We work through a lot of stuff. We work 2 jobs. We work ridiculous long hours. We work through severe weather to make our money. I know we kind of like present this front of beauty and bliss, like on social media you see us taking all these wonderful pictures, and when we come home for Christmas or whatever, we never tell you the truth. But the reality is that it is hard work to make it in America. And when people come here, that is when they really start to realize it is difficult. Like every single dollar you're getting from people here in America that they are sending to you, it was worked hard for. America is not, it's not heaven. It's not gold. You don't find gold on the ground. You work for it. And if you steal as little as a penny, you're going to pay for it. So I think it is very, very important to note that that is not even part of my topic, but I also think it's very, very important to discuss these things. Like honestly, stick to someone in Nigeria. If you're in Nigeria, you want to get married, stick to somebody that understands you. And if you're in America, you want to get married, there are plenty good women in America and there are plenty good men in America. Stick to people around you that understand this system. I don't support this transnational relationship thing. That is my personal opinion. It works for some people, like some people, that is your destiny. Your spouse is just happens not to be in America, or your spouse just happens not to be in Nigeria for whatever reason, and you have to make that transnational connection. All well and good, but for the most part there are plenty good people here as well. You should mingle, and may God help you in your decision making. And there's no quotes today, but that is my vlog for this week. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Bye bye.